All right. We are back to Nathan and Landon doing business. We're here, as always, doing business, improving businesses and the lives of people who run said businesses. And my name is Landon. And with me is this young man.
With you as always is Nathan.
Yes. Welcome, Nathan,
Thank
to
you.
the podcast that we run. I have exciting news for us, Nathan.
Ooh, what is it?
Well, the people have spoken. People, plural people, multiple people voted on our tagline or our theme for the year. Count them, three people.
Nice.
Yes, all of whom agreed that the slogan "Friends until enemies, enemies until death" should be our podcast slogan for 2023 and potentially forever.
Well, if they hadn't voted for it, I think that would have been our executive decision anyways.
I agree. Yeah, because it would make a really cool tattoo.
Yeah.
And or embroidery on the back of the jacket. Yeah.
We could bedazzle those letters onto our jean jackets.
Oh yeah. Tattoo it onto my abdomen and embroider it onto a jacket. So that's our slogan for the year. So I'll get moving, updating all of our various advertising and marketing materials on our YouTube channel to reflect this slogan. Yeah. So some nice English Gothic fonts. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to being your friend until we become enemies.
Yeah.
It's very binary, like flipping a switch. Like there's no middle ground. You're either
Exactly.
friends, enemies.
Yeah. Well, maybe at some point we should establish the criteria we must complete before we become enemies.
That'd be good to lay that out.
Yeah. Step one, betray trust. Step two, disclose secrets. Yeah. Some kind of list where it's like three of the four, if we do those things, we become enemies and the transformation is complete.
Yeah. But still friends until then.
Yeah.
Two out of the
Exactly.
list, you can let that go. But three, no.
Yeah.
Where you
You
draw the
know what?
line.
Yeah. And you know what's great? I don't think there is a podcast hosted by two enemies.
Just angrily sharing business ideas with each other.
Yes. We're going to hash over the details of our grudge every week.
Let me show you
Explaining.
this coal idea I had, you sack of crap.
How dare you? After what you said about my wife?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Speaking of which, that's an excellent segue into our topic for this week, which is the cola wars. I think there's been a cola armistice for far too long. Bleh. Pepsi and Coke have been peacefully coexisting for far too long. We got to
Yeah.
shake this birdcage up.
Need to stir up that hornet's nest.
Exactly. Got to stick our head in that hornet's nest, make some noise,
Yeah.
receive many welts from angry cola hornets. This metaphor is getting confusing to me.
Yeah. Ideally, they'd be attacking each other, not us. But
Yes.
sometimes you got to take the proverbial hornet sting to make business happen. So,
To make a new cola.
yeah.
I think it was P.T. Barnum that said you can't make a cola without getting stung by a few bees. Brilliant business mind.
Wise words, as true today as they were then.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm far too excited about my cola idea, Nathan. I can't wait to share it with you.
I'm excited to see it.
Do you want to see it like now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, get ready. But first, I'm going to share my Zoom settings. So when the time comes, you can share your screen because I always forget to do that. That was a trademark song by me. Okay. So this is my idea for a cola, Nathan. Here we have E.T. Cola. And the tagline here is "Save humanity from nothingness." A tagline which will now probably is a little bit confusing, but it will make sense in about 16 slides. So buckle up. So, the word storytelling is thrown around a lot these days, but I believe the most successful way to now sell a new product is to wrap it into a compelling story. And so here is that story of E.T. Cola, the James Webb Space Telescope. It has made some of the most remarkable scientific breakthroughs of our time in the last year alone, the last calendar and fiscal year. We have the first direct image of an exoplanet captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. We have the first glimpse of clouds on Titan, the moon of Jupiter, previously unseen, undiscovered, but here they are, they exist. It's a miracle. We have the visual proof of this previously unknown phenomenon of stars forming as galaxies collide, just breathtaking space and science. And we also have discovered an unspeakable eldritch terror named Dagon, banished to deep space millennia ago by our earliest ancestors. We awakened him by turning our gaze of the James Webb Deep Space Telescope to Dagon. And he is alert now, and he is upset, Nathan.
He hates being looked at.
He does. As you might know, as you might be able to tell here in a minute, I relied heavily on AI image generation because I was having a hard time finding stock photographs of eldritch terrors.
I mean, they don't like to be seen. They definitely don't like to be photographed. So.
Exactly. For whatever reason, Getty Images hasn't invested a lot in H.P. Lovecraftian imagery. So, this unimaginable creature is filled with rage at being confined and forgotten for thousands of years, simmering with anger. But Dagon is merciful, and he has agreed not to enslave and torture humanity on one condition. And that condition is that he has distilled all of his rage, frustration, and existential terror into a delicious cola beverage.
And a side note, it's always amusing to me, the AI generated where they just put this random text on things. Like, even if you tell it what text to put on there, it just puts whatever it feels like doing. So,
and for some reason, it's some like Norwegian beverage. Yeah. For some reason, the fact that it's made up language makes it even scarier to me.
Yeah.
Scatistan. Yeah. So Dagon will spare us if we drink ET Cola and experience but a small taste of the unending torture he suffered at the hands of his mortal captor. And here we have an AI-generated image of a man feeling refreshed and also existential dread. But wait, there's more. Here's my business launch strategy. So first, the keywords I put in here were advertisement for a cola that makes you experience terrifying hallucinations. And this is what it generated for me, which is pretty scary, actually.
Yeah.
So first of all, we create a new world theocracy centered around Dagon. All world governments must praise and worship Dagon. Second, we replace all religious holidays with Dagon celebrations. So a few examples here. Valentine's Day, present Dagon with the still beating heart of a loved one.
Sure.
Thanksgiving, mournful screams.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, Feast of 1,000 Anguished Wails. Christmas, it becomes Dagsmas, of course. Sure. And Easter is Dagsmas too. And last but not least, we create a Dagon dance craze on TikTok to raise awareness of Dagon and ET Cola, which I think is the most powerful marketing tactic, even aside from making a new world religion and replacing all major Christian holidays.
Yeah.
So this alone, I feel like, is a pretty solid launch strategy. But wait, there's more. Introducing ET Cola points, where you can win cool prizes just for drinking ET Cola. Here's how it works. 1 point per cola purchased and consumed. You can't just buy it. You have to drink it and experience Dagon's existential terror. So, for 50 points, your torture diminishes ever so slightly. For 100 points, your visions become slightly less harrowing. And at 250 points, you get a cool jacket. It looks like this.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited about it. So I feel like this is a good way to drive brand loyalty, just to give people rewards in exchange for taking a little sip of distilled Dagon suffering. And here's another idea. So don't just drink ET Cola alone, become an ET Cola buyer and distributor. I'm launching a multi-level marketing scam. So you buy the ET Cola and you sell. You have little Tupperware parties at your house with your friends, and you can continue existing and experiencing cosmic terror with your friends, relatives, and neighbors. Mind-bending experiences all together.
You can have a little party with other existential horrors.
Exactly.
Look at those faces.
I know. Yeah, the input here was women sitting in a suburban home experiencing terrifying hallucinations. The AI bot did an amazing job on these. I'm
Yeah.
super thrilled about it. So, and that's my pitch. Stare into the abyss and experience refreshing eldritch terror in every sip. Invest in ET Cola today, the only beverage endorsed by Dagon, our one true God. What do you think, Nathan?
That was lovely. I I did fall for the bait and switch because I thought E.T. Cola was a tie into the 1984 movie E.T.,
I got you.
but it stands for existential or eldritch terror.
Yep. I got you.
You got me.
I zigged when you thought I was going to zag. So, yeah, that's my thinking is we can easily drive both Pepsi and Coke out of the market if the fate of humanity hinges upon it. I feel like that's the only way we can steal any share from either of those behemoths.
Yeah. Is there any way we can enlist Dagon's help to eliminate the competition, as it were?
Oh, completely. Yeah, that'll happen day one. I can see him just scrambling their brains from the jump with
Yeah.
terrifying visions of nothingness. Yeah, I'm picturing the earnings report calls now. Our CEO, is currently writhing on the ground screaming as he has been for the past 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
He's unable to be at the helm of the company right now.
He's too busy bleeding from the eyes, but
Exactly. He's still getting over that slump. Dagsmas too always takes it out of us, and
yeah.
he's no exception. He's pretty tired after all the Dagon celebrations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. That's my idea to win the cola wars and get a cool jacket.
Yeah. I'm excited to wear that jacket.
I got that idea from cigarettes. Yeah, that was my favorite when like you saw like a really cool kid like in middle school with like a camel jacket, and you were like, "Wow, that kid's got a cigarette coat," and it was the coolest thing ever. Actually, it was very sad.
And he smells awful.
Yep. Yeah. So there we go. There you have it.
Well done.
Thanks.
I, for one, welcome our eldritch overlords.
Well, we really have no choice.
Yeah.
We looked at him and he got really upset.
Yeah, you can't be having that.
Absolutely not. No
That
way.
was a lot of fact finding you did about the space telescope there.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
There's a lot more like factual content than most of our podcasts.
In fairness, I did just skim over 2 articles, so the factual nature of what I read may or may not be 100% accurate, but it's my best recollection of what I scanned through ever so briefly for the
Yeah.
purposes of my pitch. It's my hope that investors don't do any kind of fact checking. Yeah. All right, Nathan, what do you got?
All right, so I'll share here. So here's, I think we can dovetail ours together because yours has a very specific religion. I was trying to make mine a little more general to be open to any religion, right?
Yes.
Um, but we could definitely tailor this to include more Dagon centric imagery. So
Oh, good. I laugh every time I see the word reasonable in here.
my favorite part is putting reasonable.
The most reasonable soda. Are you tired of sodas that make outlandish promises that never deliver? This is a reasonable soda. It will not let you down.
Yeah. So the other names that I came up with that I discarded for this were Sacred Sip, Blessed Bubbles, Holy Fizz, and Religious Refreshment. So,
Religious refreshment. You know what? Oh, this may or may not be related to the topic at hand. Do you remember the movie The Buttercream Gang from back in the day?
I don't know that one.
Oh God, I need to send you the link. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a Hollywood entertainment film produced by the Mormon Church, like back in the '90s, about all these kids who were in a gang, but they're in a gang for like doing good, and they're called the Buttercream Gang. The funniest part about it though is they're constantly in pursuit of treats. That's what they call it. It's like, you want to go to the store and get some treats? Like, I think it's rated PG-13 for the excessive use of the word treats. So I don't
Yeah.
know. The Nicola name just made me think of that. So I'll send you the link. And for those of you curious about the Buttercream Gang, I'll throw a link to the film in the comments.
All right, so we all know that Coke and Pepsi are the big dogs in the soda world,
Bastards.
and they've done a respectable job of enslaving the population and getting them hooked on sugar. But that time is over now, and it's time for a new cola to arise and change the face of cola forever.
All right.
Apologies to Monty Python for that one, but
Take that.
so enter Ascend, the Holy Cola. And yes, the can will glow just like your urine will after drinking it. So how are we going to do that? That's for the nerds to figure out. I'm not solving that problem, but the glowing can is super important to my plan because like it's going to be more successful if the can glows. Like if you're walking through the supermarket and you look at the shelves and you see a glowing can, you're going to buy that can.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
If
kind of
you're
like a
like,
near-death experience in every sip.
yeah, and then you take it home and you put it in your refrigerator or pantry, if you will,
Mhm.
and then you're hankering for some sugar rush, and you see a glowing can, you're going to drink that. So a big part of it is the glowing can, but
Yeah. You know what you could do is some kind of barium mixture.
here's the full. I was like, that was a lot shorter than it should have been. It was like a very long clip of angel singing.
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the sound effects in this presentation. This is
Yeah,
incredible.
I should have put more. That's all I have, unfortunately. But,
I love it. Yeah.
so you're probably asking yourself, what does this soda taste like? Well, I'll tell you what it tastes like. It tastes like success. Because look how happy this woman is after just one sip, her first diabetes inducing sip of our cola. And she will obviously be more than happy to sign over to us all of her life savings just for the chance at another can of this sweet, sweet nectar.
Oh yeah. As the thumbs up indicates.
Yeah. And by sweet, I mean sweet, because here at Ascend Cola Factory, we put the sugar equivalent of 4 boxes of Fruit Loops into each can. No soda can claim to be less healthy, which automatically makes us the market leaders. So
So is the ascend more of like a promise? Like, no, you will die when you drink this.
it's pretty clear that's what's going to happen. Like, your doctor will have a panic attack and have to breathe into a paper bag for a while if you just mention trying it. That's kind of my goal. And then, of course, we have an American version, specifically tailored to the American market. Did you think we couldn't load this thing with even more sugar? Well, guess what, you idiot? We did. How, you ask? You don't want to know.
That's the
But I
tie-in
figure,
with Dagon.
yeah, I figure this is a perfect treat for like a Labor Day barbecue or just like pouring out on your dead buddy's grave. Like, see what happens. Who knows?
Before you dance on it.
Yeah. Oh, there's the glow. You got to have the glow.
Exactly.
It's important.
I like that as a tagline. See what happens. Who knows?
So it's like we always say here at the Ascend Cola HQ: the more you drink, the faster you go to heaven. The lawyers do want me to read. Heaven is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Dow Chemical Corporation, and no part of this presentation should be construed to endorse, recommend it. Blah blah blah. Something about legal penalties. Yeah, that's probably fine.
The Dow Corporation patented heaven? That's
Yeah.
incredible.
So this is the only soda that's endorsed by the deities of every major religion and pseudo religion on the planet. So that includes Zeus, Odin, and Cardia, the Roman goddess of door hinges.
What's the
And
purple
hopefully
guy?
we can get Dagon on board.
Yeah.
I can't name them all there. But whatever you believe, your Sky Wizard is on board. That's our guarantee.
I love it.
And so, like you mentioned, multi-level marketing. This is how you use Ascend Cola to get to heaven. You follow our comprehensive and well thought out pyramid plan. Because we all know pyramids are the most religious of all the shapes. So it's only natural you follow the progression and get closer to your deity of choosing. So
Yeah.
each step gains you additional prestige and superpowers. Like,
Ooh,
for instance, at higher levels, you can travel through time and vibrate through walls.
go on.
And that ultimately leads to the final step of type 2 diabetes. No, it's true believer is the top of the pyramid. At which point you get to see new colors like Blello and brown too.
Finally.
Uh, you might ask, how do you ascend this pyramid plan? Well, giving us money.
Of course.
So you buy Ascend Cola and our other excessive amounts of merch. And you can then start recruiting people for your downline and earn even more points. So I used to, savvy listeners won't know this, but I used to work for a multi-level marketing company for many years.
Hmm.
I consulted with other ones, and people will fall for anything. So we can definitely get this MLM off the ground pretty easily. I know
I
this is going to
agree.
work. So,
Yeah, no, I think we have we're sitting on a gold mine here, Nathan. People
yeah,
want to go to heaven. They want to go to heaven faster, and they love cola. This is a
yeah.
slam dunk.
And just as a sneak peek, so people that love Ascend, I'm kind of hesitant to bring this up almost, because it's brand new, coming out of the Ascend Labs, new for 2023, launching an alternative cola for the rebellious atheist and emo types out there. The safe cause we'll just put the same soda in the new can. It's fine. But if you want to hear more about the next plan, we're going to need to see a significant investment before we talk about that.
Hmm.
There it is. So who's in?
I'm in. I want to go to heaven or hell with the help of ascend or descend. Oh my goodness. This is brilliant. So does the descend can glow red?
Yeah,
Wow. That's remarkable. So
it will
yeah,
be once the nerds figure out how to do that. Like, that's not my problem.
yeah. I'm sure we have them caged up somewhere,
Yeah,
brainstorming around this around the clock. Yeah. No, this is terrific. No, I think you're right. I think I like the idea of the multi-level marketing scheme. Because you're correct, the pyramid is the holiest of all shapes. Just ask Phil Jackson; he's into it. And I also think I like the idea of the glowing can too, and I like the idea of having every single deity on board, including eldritch gods.
yeah. So if you could play some calls to Dagon and his buddies,
Yeah,
get them on board.
I'll fire up the telescope and I'll get this
Yeah,
going. Oh, this is brilliant. So I think what we need to do now is issue a stark warning to Coca-Cola, PepsiCo. Let them know we're coming for them.
yeah. Have you ever looked up like who actually owns like RC Cola?
Let's look it up right now.
It's really weird.
Oh, they were founded in Columbus, Ohio. Oh, it's Cadbury Schweppes.
Yeah.
Huh. Like the
Also,
egg company?
yeah, and also it's a Keurig Dr Pepper is the manufacturer.
Huh.
So it's this
I,
like corporate mishmash of like acquisitions and random products being shoved together. So
yeah.
they could easily slot in like a Dagon based cola. So
Take office. Yeah. I think we should draft a pitch for these people and just let them know we're coming. Not it can be a combination of threat, opportunity, a threatunity that we're coming for them, but there's a once in a lifetime opportunity for them to get on board with us and make that sweet, sweet religious cola money.
yeah,
Yeah,
that sweet pyramid scheme money.
I love it. Yeah, Tupperware parties, soda parties. This, but it's particularly the place you live was made for this. People are constantly leveraging their personal and professional relationships for their own financial gain.
Yeah, it's very big here in the state of Utah.
Yeah. Yeah. People are always looking for a new chance to do that. Let's do it. Let's get in there. All right. So this is what I'm going to do before we get together next week, Nathan. I am going to do some in-depth research around the company that currently owns RC Cola and the head of the company because I have a feeling Just a letter's not going to suffice. We're going to have to workshop together a full-scale psychological war against this man or woman who owns RC Cola.
Maybe some hurtful dances thrown in there.
Yes, maybe some hurtful dances, maybe an oddly threatening jingle. Yeah, no, I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to launch a full court press against this man to get into a room with him and get him to invest in our Jesus Cola. Well, not Jesus Cola, our religious cola.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. We're coming after you. Let me see what his name is. Yeah, no one here is currently any kind of anything with RC Cola. Huh. Maybe it was just abandoned.
So we could swoop in and
Yeah.
snatch up their distribution and manufacturing lines.
Do you think it's legal to invoke squatters' rights on a cola brand?
For sure it is.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take this pitch on the road. We're going to do some research around RC Cola and we're going to take it to him. I'm very excited about this. I think I think our ideas are compelling and money will change hands.
Yeah. So watch your back, RC Cola.
What? Yeah, watch your bet. So maybe we can do another poll this week. I'm going to do another poll about which tact we should take in reaching out to RC Cola, and I hope it's the same 3 people, maybe 4 people will respond this time about the route we should take. But yeah, we'll get in there. But as always, I've been Landon,
I continue to be Nathan.
and we are going to disrupt the cola business, and I mean it this time. We'll see you next week.